people, whether they are in the workplace or in their home, people experience conflict in basically the same ways. What's so interesting about that is that we think that when people enter a workplace, that all of a sudden they are supposed to become a different being. There are obviously different norms that dictate how people are to behave. But what I've really found is that when we're looking at workplace teams, it's akin to when we are seeing blended families. Mom and dad have kids, and then the kids come together to make a blended family. And kids from the mom have normative ways of being, normative ways of communicating and navigating conflict, and dad's kids have their norms. And so, like that, when people come together in a workplace, we see that they've got all of these norms running, right? And when those norms, those normative ways of being butt up against each other and don't mesh, that's often when a lot of conflict arises. And so we can trickle down to things that are a little bit more attached to the workplace when systems aren't working. There are expectations for what certain people are supposed to do, and when that falls short, that can cause conflict. And really what's come to light, I think really since the pandemic, we saw that there were some intergenerational conflict things going on. So like, I'm a Gen X. People didn't mince words with us when we were growing up. We had to learn how to take our hits, and it didn't feel good. And I think sometimes we as from that generation don't realize that those from younger generations, that wasn't normative for them. There's conflict that comes from the preferred way of communication, right? Pick up the phone and make a call, whereas maybe text is more comfortable. That can cause conflict. And even things like hierarchy, right? I come from a time when the teacher was up here and we were down here, and we really didn't buck the system, right? We didn't really just say, hey, I have an opinion too. With the younger generations, what we've seen is that they have what's called a lower power distance. There's a shorter distance between the person here and here. And it probably comes from the school system where kids were asked their opinions. And for them, somebody shutting down their ideas or shutting down their opinions is akin to a grand form of disrespect, and that can cause conflict as well.